It out. Cameras on. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Today we're gonna interview.
Welcome back to the
Swaggles.
channel. I don't know anything. Docs. Just kidding. Me. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I am over here in Brooklyn, New York at Stray Dog Classics looking at some amazing vehicles. And I'm lucky today because all I have around me are two-door Range Rovers. Two-door Range Rovers, yes, the original configuration of how this car was initially designed when it was placed at the Louvre. The Louvre in Paris used this car as a exemplar of excellent design. And you can go back into some of the early designs of what this car looked like. I believe the original designer was Spen King. He penned this box that I think has truly lasted the test of time. It has been the inspiration for every single off-road SUV that's ever been created. It's even controversial to say that, oh, the G-Wagon is biting off of the Range Rover. I believe that is true because this was the original luxury off-road vehicle. When the Series 1 and the Series 2 in the 1950s and the 60s were used as farm vehicles all throughout London, people all around the world were demanding a luxury vehicle that could do the off-road thing because SUVs were not considered to be an off-road luxury vehicle. That's something of today in age. The luxury vehicle that we have today is considered the SUV. You see companies like Bentley with the Bentayga and Rolls-Royce with the Cullinan, but there's only one true luxury SUV, and that luxury SUV is the Range Rover. So why is the luxury SUV and why is the Range Rover such an important vehicle for today's cultural automotive climate? Well, it's easy to get into. For example, I open the door, I literally sit in it, and I slide right in. It's an easy vehicle to access, and also it's an easy vehicle to get out of. And the smell of the leather is absolutely amazing. Absolute quality. There's not a single vehicle here that I do not love. And keep in mind, when the Range Rover came to America, because these are European, these are from Portugal and Spain for the most part, because the ones that were delivered to America were four-door variants. This is a two-door variant. The two-door variant, I think, is a little bit more desirable because it channels the original design a little bit better. And because of the wheel clearance, it's a little bit, because, well, with wheel clearance, the distance between each axle, the center of each axle, the distance, when it's closer, it provides, it's like a mountain goat. It's going to provide a little bit more agility on treacherous terrain. And I think that's why the Range Rover is important, the original Range Rover. And that's why I love this car. I had a four-door variant years ago. You guys know this if you've been watching my channel for a long time. And now I'm very lucky to have, very fortunate to have, the family Discovery in my stable at this particular moment in time. So yeah, the Range Rover is a special vehicle. You should always pay attention to a Range Rover because the Range Rover is a timeless vehicle that will never go out of style. I'm going to interview Swaggles about her opinion on the Range Rover Classic. Now, the Range Rovers around us are from Spain and Portugal, and they have some interesting engine choices that are not the traditional engine choices that would have been offered in the US market.
Do you want to talk about why the cars from Spain and Portugal are so good?
Yes, I do.
There's no rust on them because they're not
Correct.
near salty or rainy
Yes,
or
it's
something?
in a dry climate.
Yes, dry
it's almost
climate.
like if they were stored in Arizona, but
Yeah.
it's in a área que solamente habla en español y portugués.
See,
Why do you think that you love the Range Rover?
it has a very classic look. I like old cars. I don't think that they have a lot of character. I don't know. It's just not something that you can pull off the lot anymore.
That is true.
They have a lot of cool history. They smell really good.
It smells like an Hermes bag in there. This
This is Mercedes Tobacco Brown.
correct. This would have been available in early R107s as well as W123s from 1976 all the way to 1985. This is a classic color that was briefly also offered on the W108. Beautiful color, non-metallic, so there's not a little sprinkle in the paint. It's a very shiny but very muted color choice, and it is phenomenal. And the one thing that I love about Stray Dog Classics is you can basically choose it in any color. Normally it's green, but through special request, you can get that in a very beautiful brown shade.
This one's different though. This one has new headlights.
It does. So if you compare the headlights, if you come closer, you could see that these are the H4 Bosch headlights, the traditional headlights that you would have a sealed beam unit. But if you want to actually have something that is not lit like a candle in the nighttime, you can have your high intensity discharge and your halo option available for your standard daily driver needs. And I think that's very important because that's a traditional offering that will allow the car to be usable on a daily basis. And sometimes having daily driver accoutrements being available for your daily accoutrements.
Accoutrement.
Yes. If you have your basically your daily
Sorry.
driver needs met, you can drive this every single day, and it's definitely usable because they're very reliable, they're very serviceable, especially if you get the diesel variants because diesels run forever.
But you have to put special gas in them. Want to talk about the gearbox in this?
The gearbox, yes. Let's look at the gearbox. Before, I thought I was going to end the video. So this one has a 3-pedal solution that I think is a lot better than anything that you would get in an automatic transmission.
Oh, look. Lucas Auto Parts.
So
Shift knob.
Red parts are amazing. So this shift lever is reverse all the way to the right, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very beautiful aluminium, as they would say in Britain.
Look at those kicks.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Let's see the three
Very
pedals.
nice.
Yes. The clutch, the brake, and la gasolina because this is from Spain. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Visit Stray Dog Classics for all your Range Rover needs.